Today, we are proving a beautiful geometry coloring result. Every point in the plane is colored either red or green, and a special circle center rule forces the whole plane to have only one color. Suppose that each point in the plane is colored either red or green. For every three noncollinear points, A, B, C, of the same color, the center of the circle passing through A, B, C is also this color. The problem says every point in the plane is either red or green. Whenever three noncollinear points have the same color, the center of the circle through those 3 points must also have that same color. We must prove that this forces every point in the plane to be the same color. A, B, C are noncollinear and same color. O equals circumcenter of ABC. O has the same color. We will prove the result by contradiction. Assume there's a red point P1. Assume there is a green point P2. P1 is red. P2 is green. P3 and P4 are the 2 points that form equilateral triangles. With P1 and P2, absolute value of P1, P2 equals absolute value of P2, P3 equals absolute value of P3, P1. Let P3 and P4 be the 2 points that form equilateral triangles with P1 and P2. So P1, P2, P3 is equilateral, and P1, P2, P4 is also equilateral. All the relevant distances in each equilateral triangle are equal. P1 is red. P2 is green. The circle through P1, P3, P4. Has center P2. P3 and P4 cannot both be red. The circle through P2, P3, P4 has center P1. P3 and P4 cannot both be green. P3 and P4 have opposite colors. Without loss of generality. P3 is red. P4 is green. P1 equals 0, 0. P2 equals less than or equal to ft, 1 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2. P3 equals 1, 0. P4 equals less than or equal to ft, minus 1 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2. P1, P3 are red. P2, P4 are green. P5 equals reflection of P2 across the line P1, P4. P5 equals minus 1, 0. P1 is the center of the circle through P2, P4, P5. P2 is green. P4 is green. P5 cannot be green. Let P5 be the reflection of P2 across the line P1, P4. In our coordinate picture, this point is P5 equals minus 1, 0, because P5 is reflected from P2 across the line P1, P4. The distances from P1 to P2, P4, and P5 are all equal. Therefore, P1 is the center of the circle through P2, P4, and P5. Now, P2 and P4 are already green. If P5 were also green, then P2, P4, and P5 would be 3 noncollinear green points. Their circle center is P1, so P1 would have to be green, contradicting that P1 is red. Therefore, P5 must be red. P6 equals reflection of P1 across the line P4, P5. P7 equals reflection of P1 across the line P2, P4. P6 equals less than or equal to ft minus 3 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2. P7 equals 0, the square root of 3. Next, define P6 to be the reflection of P1 across the line, P4, P5, and define P7 to be the reflection of P1 across the line, P2, P4. In the coordinate picture, these are P6 equals less than or equal to ft minus 3 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2, and P7 equals 0, the square root of 3. The point P4 is the center of the circle through P1, P5, P6, and P7. In particular, P1, P5, P6, and P7 are all the same distance from P4. P1 is red. P5 is red. P4 is green. P6 cannot be red. We already know P1 and P5 are red, while P4 is green. If P6 were red, then P1, P5, and P6 would be three noncollinear red points. Their circle center is P4, so P4 would have to be red. But P4 is green, so P6 must be green. The same reasoning applies to P7. If P7 were red, then P1, P5, and P7 would be three noncollinear red points with center P4. This would force P4 to be red, contradicting that P4 is green. Therefore, P7 must also be green. P7 cannot be red. We already know P1 and P5 are red, while P4 is green. If P6 were red, then P1, P5, and P6 would be three noncollinear red points. Their circle center is P4, so P4 would have to be red. But P4 is green, so P6 must be green. The same reasoning applies to P7. If P7 were red, then P1, P5, and P7 would be three noncollinear red points with center P4. This would force P4 to be red, contradicting that P4 is green. Therefore, P7 must also be green. If this explanation is helping, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now consider this step. Don't prime T forget to like and subscribe. P8 equals reflection of P1 across the line, P2, P3. P8 equals less than or equal to ft, 3 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2. P2 is the center of the circle through P1, P3, P8. P1 is red. P3 is red. P2 is green. Finally, let P8 be the reflection of P1, across the line P2, P3. In the coordinate picture, this point is P8 equals less than or equal to Ft, 3 over 2, the square root of 3 over 2. Because of the reflection, P1, P3, and P8 lie on a circle centered at P2. We know P1 and P3 are red, while P2 is green. If P8 were red, then P1, P3, and P8 would be three noncollinear red points. Their circle center is P2, so P2 would have to be red. But P2 is green. Therefore, P8 must be green. This framed result is the final answer for the question. First, draw the horizontal ground line and mark the starting points from the problem statement. Next, draw the vertical pole from the foot on the ground. The pole is perpendicular to the ground. Join the observer to the top of the pole and mark the given angle of elevation and distance. Now place the other point on the pole and draw the second line of sight with its given distance. Finally, label all the points clearly so the finished diagram matches the question. This is the full configuration. The red points are P1, P3, and P5. The green points are P2, P4, P6, P7, and P8. Now look at the final three green points, P6, P7, and P8. These three green points lie on a circle centered at P1. They are noncollinear, so the coloring rule applies. Since P6, P7, and P8 are green, the center of their circle, P1, must also be green. But P1 was chosen to be red. This is a contradiction. Continue the calculation using the same diagram. The next steps are shown on the right. Now consider this step. Final contradiction equals use diagram recall from the main diagram. 3 divided by 3. Our assumption was false. Therefore, all points have the same color. Our assumption that both red and green points exist must be false. Therefore, all points in the plane must have the same color. This proves the result. Here is the full proof written cleanly. This framed result is the final answer for the question. Proof tip: when a coloring rule is very rigid, a good strategy is to assume two colors exist and then build a configuration that forces one point to have both colors. Here, reflections help us create circles whose centers are already known, and the same colored triples force the color of the center. Use contradiction and force one point to have both. Colors. Here, reflections create circles with known centers. Same color triples force the center color. Assume two colors. Build equilateral triangles and reflections. Force a contradiction. Don Prime T, forget to like and subscribe for more.